Hello everyone! So let me introduce to you our content standard, performance standard, learner-centered psychological principles, social influences on learning, and learning theory. So for our content standard, the learner demonstrates understanding of how world literature and other text type serve as a way of expressing and resolving personal conflicts, also how to use strategies in linking textual information, repairing, enhancing communication, public speaking, emphasis markers in persuasive texts, different forms of modals, reflexive and intensive pronouns. And for performance standard, the learner composes a short but powerful persuasive text using a variety of persuasive techniques and devices. Our learner-centered psychological principle, social influences on learning, is learning is influenced by social interaction, interpersonal relations, and communication with others. And our learning theory is based on Gestalt psychology.
Before anything else, I would like to present to you the objectives of our lesson for today. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to identify the purpose of a persuasive text, compose a persuasive text expressing one's stand, and finally, explain the importance of a good persuasive text through a group discussion. To the actual lesson, let's do this motivational activity first. Can you describe what is happening to these pictures? I'll give you 10 seconds to analyze each pictures. That people are trying to persuade others, you are correct. Now, let's connect this motivational activity to our lesson for today.
And now for the analysis, let's see what you've got from the activity earlier. So guys, can you give me at least one word that comes in your mind when you saw the 4 pictures earlier in the activity? Anyone? Okay, very good. Excellent. Nice trying. So, what are the messages that the pictures are attempting to convey? What do you think the messages? Okay, good. That one can reserve from the topic, from the explanation of the topic later. So next, in the context of persuasion, how do you think the pictures relate? Okay, anyone? Good, that's right. Okay, guys, what thoughts come to your mind as you're trying to figure out what the pictures are saying? Did you think about anything? Can you tell me what did you think, or what comes in your mind? Okay, very good. Very good. This class is participative. Very well said. So what is the role of the people who are discussing? From the pictures above, what do you think? No idea? Okay, let's proceed. Provide detailed examples of how the role influenced persuasion. So can anyone provide me examples?
So, before anything else, I would like you to divide yourselves into 5 groups. After that, I will give you 5 different essays. I will also give you 5 minutes to understand the content of the essay.
Why students should eat breakfast every day? The importance of reading and writing. Why you should not smoke. Why we should not compare ourselves with others. why people should exercise.
Is everything clear so far? To assess that, I will let you explain the content of the essay by asking you these following questions. Number 1. What are the speakers or authors trying to convince the audience to do? Number 2. How does speaker or authors influence the audience by his or her topic? So now, let's proceed to the goal of persuasive essay. A persuasive essay aims not only to share information, but most importantly, to convince the readers to believe in something. An effective persuasive essay shows logical arguments to build up its position. It relies on facts, logical deductions, statements from the experts, and other evidences that convince your reader to believe. So now, I will present you the 3 tips and we divide it into 3. The before writing, writing or during writing, and after the writing. Before writing. First, select an issue you would like to write about.
Then, identify which position you would like to advocate.
Second, know your audience.
Analyze the possible options and beliefs of your readers or listeners. Know at what point their perspective will collide with yours.
Third, research for evidence.
Strengthen your position by searching for clear and specific evidence that will help you in persuading your audience.
The last part is organize your essay.
Make an outline of your key points and supporting details using graphic organizers.
Let's proceed to the writing or during writing. The first part is provide an opening or introduction.
Your introduction should immediately grab the attention of the readers. You may ask an intriguing question, quote a striking line, mention a significant fact, or present an anecdote or an interesting story.
You should state your purpose clearly and convincingly. The second part, provide a body part. You should at least write 3 paragraphs only.
In the body part, discuss the evidences that will strengthen and prove your position. Each paragraph must be anchored on a specific reason or idea and supported by evidences in the form of facts, statistics, quotes, direct statements from experts, comparisons, and examples. One of the paragraphs must answer the anticipated opposing views. It is also worth noting that you should use simple language only. Do not use heavy words that will only confuse the readers.
And lastly, summarize your points into the conclusion.
In your conclusion, you should summarize the most important points and details. Restate and emphasize your position which you want the readers to believe or follow.
You should end it with recommendation, questions, predictions, and quotations. In after writing tips and your conclusion. But before that, check for any misspelled words, mispunctuations, and finally, grammatical errors.
In a persuasive text, it is the writer's job to convince the readers to accept a particular point of view or take a specific action. It requires good research, awareness of the reader's biases, and a solid understanding of both sides of the issue. Now, let's proceed to the techniques of writing a good persuasive essay. Use rhetorical questions to capture the attention of the readers.
Use interesting and alarming questions to encourage the readers to finish reading the rest of the essay. Repeat important terms or words to constantly remind the readers of the key point.
Employ emotive language
To awaken the reader's emotions so they will be attached to your essay.
personal pronouns such as we, you, us, our.
They make it appear that you are talking to your audience.
Use adjective and descriptive language.
Like simile and metaphor to make your examples visually clear. You can also use graphs and diagrams to further clarify your evidence. Last but not the least, you can play with words to keep your audience focused. Make sure, however, that your sentences are still meaningful, although a little bit funny.
After learning the purpose and tips, I will let you brainstorm by group and explain the importance of a good persuasive text.
And now for the summative assessment, we have here a speech from Senator Manny Pacquiao that he delivered at Oxford University. The speech titled Dreams Do Come True, which I am delivering later after I discuss this task. So for your task, create 8 to 10 sentences from the speech that demonstrate how the speaker persuades his or her audience. So please listen carefully as I deliver the speech of Senator Manny Pacquiao. It is a matter of record that I only had traditional formal schooling until secondary school, grade 12. It was only recently that I reached university level through the alternative program. We were dirt poor. I had to work since the age of 5 to help my mother feed my 3 siblings and me. Many days, I was lucky to have one full meal. On days when we had no food, I would drink lots of water just to fill my stomach. But my mind and spirit were never hungry. I read anything I could get my hands on. I even read the newspaper that my lunch or dinner came wrapped in. I read signs everywhere, even on moving vehicles. I learned measurements and weights by constantly reading the rates and tariffs at the warehouse where I worked as stevedore, a docker in your parlance. And for me, the morning did come, warm, bright, and simply amazing. A lesson in what can be achieved if you have determination, if you ignore the odds against you, and as you are taught here at this magnificent institution, never ever quit. Think of David and Goliath. Look at me. I'm not big, and I never had 5 smooth stones to throw at any obstacle. But determination is a power tool. I won a lot of fights. So that was the speech of Senator Manny Pacquiao at Oxford University. So for the criteria for grading your task, organization of ideas, 10 points, content, 10 points, correct grammar and sentence structure, 5 points.
Very good! You are now done to your task. Before we end the class, I will give you an assignment. Make your own 5 paragraphs persuasive essay. Choose one topic. It should be depression, online class, family issues, academic pressure, and bullying. Take a note of this. Use whatever social media site you have. Tag at least 10 friends. After that, take a screenshot. Then you can either print it or send it to my email. Then submit it on May 28, 2021. Then that's all for today.